Hey guys, it's a snowman with too loud, too old music.com. Welcome back to the collection. This week we're going to do something that we normally do on the side over at Too Loud, Too Old Music, where we go through the month and we do a write-up of what we bought for the month, with lots of pictures and stuff. So this time I thought I'd do it here on the collection, and we can go piece by piece of what I bought, where I bought it from, and maybe talk a little bit about it. So that's what we're going to do. And so February started off really good because my daughter and I hit a couple stores. She got a couple things, which I didn't bring them down since they're hers, even though I paid for one of them. We're going to go through my stuff. First stop, we hit a place called Mad Jack's. And then after Mad Jack's, we went over to Repo Records here in Charlotte. Now, I don't remember which I bought from which place, but I know I bought them that day. And first up, I bought a cassette. Now, I'm not a massive cassette collector. I do have a bunch. It is kind of growing because if I see something I like, I do grab it. And this one was only $1, and it's Dreaming Number 11 by Joe Satriani. Um, I'll do the little Tim Derling thing. And great little cassette. I love Satriani. I have this on vinyl. So I figured why not have another copy, but on a cassette. And then I'm also a pretty big Aerosmith fan, and I like to grab anything I can find. And I found this single for the song Pink, which was off their Nine Lives album, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and this one has Taste of India as well. Plus, it has the South Beach mix of Pink. And like any song that's called Pink, it should have a Pink CD, and that it does. So nice to have that for my collection. And then a couple other random things that I bought. We got AC/DC Fly on the Wall. I didn't have it on a CD, so I picked this one up. I think this was what, 1985. Um, and some great songs on here. Sink the Pink, um, Shake Your Foundations. I mean, I really like this one. Another one I was surprised I didn't have, but it was an Alice Cooper, and it's the one Trash with Desmond Child producing. I know the song Poison, and then House of Fire. I think I remember that one, Bed of Nails. So I had a lot of songs I've liked. I've heard some of them live. So I figured I needed to have that one on CD. So I picked that one up. And then I found something I'd never seen before. Um, it's Aerosmith, You Gotta Move live. And this is the DVD, um, CD and a DVD. So it's got pretty good set list here. Haven't listened to this one yet, so hopefully I'll get to that soon. But it's in a weird case. I'm not used to seeing one like this. So hey, nice to have to the collection. And then there were a bunch of Kiss CDs that I didn't have, so I'm just kind of filling the spot. I have them all on vinyl. Um, so first one I grabbed was Kiss Alive 3. This is not the remastered version. This is one of the original releases. Um, really like that one. This was just one. It's still sealed. This is that Millennium collection. Um, this is the first volume. I think there's 3 volumes of it. So this is the early years. Of course, you're gonna have Strutter, Come On and Love Me, Love Gun, Christine 16. This takes you all the way up to I Was Made for Loving You. So it takes you up through Dynasty. Just a money grab from the record label. And one I didn't have on CD is Hotter Than Hell. And so luckily I got the remastered version. And so that's what I'm trying to get for all of these. Um, so this one is great. I mean, what's not to love about early Kiss? Um, so that's what I got on CDs, but I also grabbed some stuff on vinyl. One of the ones I grabbed was a local band in Atlanta called The Producers. This one's You Make the Heat. Their big single off this one was Sheila, and I love that song. I won't sing it for you because then you'll run and hide. But it's on Portrait Records. Aldo Nova was on Portrait back in that day too. They had some minor success, but they were really big in Atlanta. And so since I'm from Atlanta, I was one I had to have. Um, and then I'm a huge Will Hoge fan. And I do collect everything of his on CD, and I have everything of his on CD. I just had started doing some of the vinyl. And this is My American Dream. And it's actually, if you can see, it is signed right there by Will Hoge. And it's my second vinyl that I have from him that is signed. So I figured I would grab that one. Um, how do you describe him? He's kind of country, but kind of rock. Some protest music every now and again, southern rock, a little pop. He's kind of a mesh of everything and just fantastic songwriter. And if you want to check him out. And then the next two I bought were because of some friends of mine. Tim Derling just wrote a book on Y&T and he's gotten me into them. And I saw this one and figured, why not? This is their album Contagious. If I'm not mistaken, this is a Hugh Syme cover. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I've really gotten into them lately and some really good early 80s. Well, this is more later 80s metal, but great band. Um, highly recommend if you want to get into them. Contagious is a good one to start with. Um, and then a Canadian band, Helix, No Rest for the Wicked. My buddy Mike Lodano is a huge fan of theirs, and so I kind of started buying them because of that. And I have to say, I really do like it. I'm not sure why they never made it real big here in the States, because it's got everything you would want sound-wise. Um, but yeah, great album. I think that is my first vinyl from Helix, my first Y&T. Um, so I'm sure I'll be buying more. And then I bought some things, filling some gaps I found that I had in my Saigon Kick collection. One was the Best of Saigon Kick, the Greatest Misses. Um, this is, if you really want a good feeder into the band, you can't go wrong with this one. Um, I found that there was a Greatest Hits live album. It's just a collection of songs from 91 to 96. Some have the original singer on there, some have Jason on singing. It's just a great collection of songs. But then this really cool one is called Moments from the Fringe. It is a collection of rare tracks, demos, B-sides, anything like that, and some great commentary off to the side on them. If you're a fan of the band, I think this is something you really need to have. Just great rare tracks um, from them. And then I also every month I try to pick up at least one Rock Candy album. And this month I went with Montrose, um, their debut album, Sammy Hagar on vocals. This is a Ted Templeman produced album with Montrose, but Bad Motor Scooter on here, Rock Candy, Rock the Nation, just phenomenal, phenomenal debut album. Um, and let's see, I also picked up a new book. This is World Infestation, The Rat Story by Greg Prado. Big rat fan. I read Stephen Piercy's book, so I thought it'd be interesting to see a different viewpoint of that era. So that's what I got that. So my first episode, if you saw last week, was on that big box from Need to Breathe. I'm not going to show any of that here, but that wasn't the only Need to Breathe stuff I got. Every year they do an insiders club. And so for 2024, I signed up for that so I could get a physical product. And I did. I got a whole bunch of things from them. First up was a poster that came with the collection, or with this insiders thing. There was also a wonderful little power bank with the band name on there. So a charger basically that has the Insiders logo on it. There we go. This thing's having trouble focusing today. Um, also came with a koozie. Same thing on both sides. It's one of my favorite logos designs that they've done. Um, also came with a Need to Breathe beanie. And I don't think I ever wear these things, and my daughter told me never to wear one of these things, so we'll just go with that and tried it on at least. And it doesn't really get that cold down here. Um, we also have a 2024 calendar with a lot of different pictures of the band. It's still sealed. I think I have the 2023 one back there somewhere, and it's still sealed as well. The Insiders Club also comes with a digital download. You get one every month, and then you get one or two bonus tracks come December. So I think 14 tracks in all digital, live songs never been released. Um, but what they're also doing is they've been doing this for 8 years, I guess. They did it for 8 or 9 years, and then they've done this different version where you get a CD. It's the best of the insiders. So these are the best live tracks from the 8 years previous. And this is Best of the Insiders Volume 3. This is the same thing, but it's on vinyl and signed by the entire band. So many great songs on here. And as obviously, I bought a big box of Needtobreathe, so we already know I'm a huge, huge fan of theirs. There are also some new stuff that came out that I've bought recently, and one of these is really obscure. It's a Collective Soul. It's for live at the print shop, but it's an 8-track. And do I have an 8-track player? No, I do not have an 8-track player. But I figured if they're going to go to the trouble to do a new album on an 8-track, now it's a live album, but it's still a new album, I'm going to buy it. I have about 15 8-tracks over there. Most of them are Kiss. So it's kind of cool to have that. I'm also a huge Jeff Scott Soto fan. So Jeff Scott Soto, if you ever watch this, I want an interview. I have 70 CDs, and this is now number 71. It's called Art of Anarchy. Let There Be Anarchy. This is his new album with, he's now the singer of them. It's got Bumblefoot on it, which they were friends from Sons of Apollo. So yeah, so I picked that up. I've only listened to it once. I can't really give a good judgment on it just yet. Um, and then something else that I got new is Striper acousticized. So this is a CD and a DVD of the band doing acoustic songs. I've heard the CD, it's great, fantastic. I haven't watched the DVD yet. And then they're coming here sometime soon, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get to go and see them do an acoustic show as well. Um, and then also, what just came out Friday is we've got the new Ace Frehley. So this is 10,000 volts, and this is the lenticular cover. So if I turn it, you can see the lightning strikes, nothing there, and then the lightning strikes. So got the CD. And the one thing that Ace's record company does is they sell different variants. Then they've got like 100 crazy different variants. I just went with the normal red variant, this one from Amazon. Um, I don't have to buy every single variant. I do like every single format, but I'm not one to actually do every variant that you have. Even though the ones with different covers now, that one kind of intrigues me a little bit. I do like some of the different covers that he has for this, but a different color vinyl means nothing to me, so I'm not going to buy that. And then this morning, I ran out to the store and did some more shopping. My local record store at Noble, he does these exclusive albums, and they're just all very different. They're out of my comfort zone. And this one is called Samuel Prodi or something. This is his exclusive. Haven't even opened it yet because I just got it a little while ago. It's on a purple vinyl that kind of mirrors the color that are on here. It's psych rock. It's heavy rock from 1971, probably with a little bit of psych elements to it. Um, I think he's got 20, there's 20 something exclusives he's done. I'm missing one. Um, and I'd say the majority of them I think are fantastic. I've done a couple of them on the site for Orangutan and Poobah. So if you want to go check out tooloudtoolmusic.com and read those, that would be great. But I also didn't walk out of there empty-handed. I also found a Helix cassette Come on, let's get up there. Let's get the. There we go. This one is Long Way to Heaven. I think I bet it was $2, so couldn't pass that up. And then I'm also a big Whitesnake fan, and I did not have this one on cassette, Live in the Heart of the City. I have it on vinyl, just did not have it on cassette. So glad to have this one. This one was a whole $3, so a little bit more expensive than the Helix one. And then the last thing I bought, I had never seen the debut for the Cult called Dreamtime. This is a UK pressing. I've been told it's a tough listen, but to give it a few spins, um, I've got most of their albums on vinyl. So this was one I had to get. It's a little damaged and stuff. It's not in the greatest shape. But again, if I always go on the philosophy, if I've never seen it before, I need to buy it while I have it because who knows if I'll see it again. So that's kind of everything that I bought for this month, or oh, almost everything, because I forgot some stuff. Let me do that real quick. My buddy Deke over at the Distortion Den did some shows on a box of cassettes he had found, and I made a comment on one of them. Ooh, I'd love to have that one. And it was for Danger Danger, and he sent it to me. Um, it's in rough shape, but it's cool. I don't know if I've seen the Danger Danger one out in the wild anywhere. So I'm glad to have that one. But he also sent me some really cool stuff. Live at Sweden Rock Festival, it's Triumph. This is a DVD and a CD of their set. I can't wait to watch the video. I did listen to it, and it's Triumph, so it's fantastic. And then he sent me a bootleg, and this is a fantastic. It's Castle Kings 1994 with Aerosmith. Really great. It's 2 CDs, just chock full of Aerosmith music. And I really like Bright Light Fright with Joe Perry singing on that one. Just fantastic. But the biggest thing that he sent me in here, it's my very first, yes, my very first Iron Maiden album, Live After Death. Um, it's not that I don't like them, I've just never gotten into them. And I realized how many songs I actually knew when I listened to this thing. So I think it's time for me to start going back and buying everything Iron Maiden that I can. But they're hard to come by and they're expensive when you do. So it'll be a slow process, but I think I'll get into it. And that is everything that I got for this month. It was a pretty good month, I have to say. I got a lot of stuff. So who knows if March will be as good or not, but we will see. So thank you for hanging around and watching me go through all this. Please click like and click subscribe so you can get anything future. If you would like a Too Loud, Too Old Music t-shirt, you can go to tpublic.com. I'll put the link below. And also go check out the website, tooloudtooOldmusic.com. And I'll put the link there as well. So thanks again. Until next time, have a great day.